Sometimes it seems that life plays a joke on you, especially when you have been waiting for something for a long time, so long that you start to tell yourself that it can't happen anymore. But instead, you get more than you imagine, and this is the case of this woman. She had spent thousands of dollars to get pregnant, but when the doctor saw her ultrasound, they were shocked. Why? Stay tuned to find out. Adebole and Agibola are a couple from western Nigeria who had fertility problems. They tried for many years but could not conceive, so they tried assisted reproductive technology. They opted for in vitro fertilization. Although they tried the treatment many times, she still didn't get pregnant. They spent over $200,000 trying several procedures, and even Adebele's family stopped believing they would have a baby. Also, if you have not done so already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day. Now, back to the story. Instead, they pressured him to divorce his wife and marry another woman, but he refused. I let them know that I love my wife. I assured them that my wife, Agibola, would deliver a baby, he said, and his perseverance eventually paid off. After trying for over 17 years, Agibola became pregnant. The couple was very excited, but that was not the best surprise. They went to the hospital for their first ultrasound in November, and although the couple was happy to have only one child, the results revealed that she was carrying 4 babies. They stated that they were filled with joy when they saw 4 heartbeats on the monitor. However, at the next ultrasound in January, things got more interesting. The doctors were surprised to find 2 more babies, meaning that the couple was having sextuplets. After waiting nearly 2 decades and spending thousands of dollars, the couple was going to have 6 babies at once. Isn't it amazing? After 30 weeks and 2 days, Agibola delivered her babies via C-section at Virginia Commonwealth University Hospital. Her joy when she held her babies for the first time was indescribable. The children were born premature and remained in the NICU for a while. Agibola has one wish for her children. I want my children to go back to PSU to study and learn how to care for others. This couple's story shows that with patience and perseverance, hardships and odds can disappear. Here is a woman whose birth story gives a different meaning to the word twins. Julia and Todd struggled with infertility for years. The couple was about to give up the idea of having children. However, they made one last attempt, and this time they were lucky. Julia got pregnant. They went to the hospital for an ultrasound, and the results of the ultrasound revealed something. Our doctor rushed to see what was going on and tried to explain what we were seeing on the screen. In the 30 years of experience, I had never seen anything like this, he said. Good, Julia, you're not having twins, but 2 babies, he explained. Further, tests revealed the cause. As the couple had been trying very hard to conceive, Julia became pregnant twice in 1 week. Yep, you heard it right. After some research, Julia's pregnancy was defined as a superfetation. This occurs when another egg is fertilized by a sperm and implants in the uterus days or weeks after the first one. She was told that although her babies would be born on the same day, they could not be called twins. However, Julia's unique case also carried some problems. One of her babies could be born premature. To counteract this problem, the doctors made sure she was as close to term as possible. In the end, Julia delivered her children by C-section. I ended up having a C-section because Hudson was underdeveloped and we didn't want to take any chances, she explains. Although they were born on the same day, her children Jillian and Hudson were 2 weeks apart. When asked if she would label her children as twins, she said, as they come to understand their special bond, Todd and I will let Jillian and Hudson label themselves whatever label they want. There is nothing like the bond between a mother and daughter. The following story is one of unconditional love. Kim and Joe had been married for 6 years, but she had no chance of conceiving. Kim had a daughter and son from a previous marriage, while this was Joe's first marriage. She had a partial hysterectomy, which ruined her chance of having another baby. The couple tried to adopt, but were having problems. Kim's doctor told her that she had 1 ovary left, which also meant she had eggs that could cause a pregnancy. Her mother, Jazzy, realized that Joe was very good with her grandchildren. She also saw how much they wanted children, so she offered to be a surrogate. Doctors had to test 56-year-old Jazzy to see if she was able to gestate a baby, and she passed the tests. Her first IVF procedure failed, but the Cleveland clinic where Jazzy worked offered to sponsor another procedure, and this time the treatment was successful. 2 eggs were placed in Jazzy, but the family was in for an even bigger surprise. One of the eggs split into identical twins, so Jazzy was going to have triplets. Isn't that amazing? However, she had to deliver the babies before the due date. She said one of the twins had stopped growing and was not doing as well as it should. Tests showed that the baby could be in danger. On the day of delivery, Elizabeth was born first, and the twins Carmina and Gabriella came out later. Their doctor also states that he believes Jazzy is the world's oldest surrogate mother. The triplets were transferred to the NICU after birth. After a few weeks, Elizabeth was the first to be discharged, while the twins were discharged later. The grandmother said, "It's one more thing I can do for my daughter. You know a mother's love, and one can only agree with her." From a mother's unconditional love, the following story is that of a woman who beat all odds to deliver a baby. When Annie became pregnant, her doctor told her that she was diabetic. This disease poses risks to the baby. Diabetes can cause birth defects in the heart, brain, or spine. It can also cause a miscarriage. Annie's doctor was concerned that she would give birth with these complications, so he took precautions and put her on a diet to help her eat healthy and control her glucose. She was able to carry the baby for 9 months. However, that day she had to be rushed in as it seemed that her doctor's worst fears were about to be confirmed. Annie was having complications. Despite the difficulties, Annie successfully delivered her son in an operation that lasted 40 minutes. His size made it difficult to get him out of the womb. The baby weighed, wait for it, 8 kilos. Not a big baby at all, right? His middle name is Akbar, a name that fits, as it means big or great in Arabic. The child's size is the result of his mother's gestational diabetes. At first, Akbar had breathing problems, so he was given oxygen. He has since recovered and is now healthy. He has a very big appetite. Every minute he feeds non-stop. This child is extraordinary. The way he cries is not that of a normal baby. He is noisy. Both mother and child are in good condition, said the doctor. The task of feeding this big baby is not lost on his father. He says, "I'm very happy that my baby and his mother are in good health. I hope I can feed the baby well." While Akbar is the biggest newborn in Indonesia, here is another story of a woman who overcame difficulties to get pregnant. Christy and Toby are a young couple from Greenwood, Hampshire, who had been in a relationship for over 3 years. They were focused on their careers and weren't planning on having children. In fact, Christy was on the pill, and the odds of getting pregnant while on the pill are 100 to 1. So when she felt unwell and went to the hospital, the last thing she expected was to be told she was pregnant. "I was at work and Christy called me crying, but in a good way. It was a mixture of tears and laughter. When she told me, I was shocked," tells Toby. Although they had not planned to have children, the couple was very excited about the news. He said, "We found out on Friday that she was pregnant, and on Monday they did the ultrasound because she had some complications." The first surprise was that she was pregnant, but that was nothing compared to the second. In the scan picture, you can only see 3 small spots because they were only 6 weeks old. Christy was pregnant with triplets. Although they were waiting for her to reach 36 weeks before inducing her, she went into labor 13 weeks early. She delivered her babies by cesarean section at Princess Anne's Hospital in Southampton. Most surprisingly, Gabriella, Lily, and Alicia are identical triplets. Doctors claim that most identical triplets are born through fertility treatment, but Christy has conceived hers naturally. Isn't that amazing? While their mother was discharged, the babies remained in the NICU until their original due date. Christy and Toby visit their babies daily and can't wait to take them home. The unexpected is unparalleled. Which of these stories did you find the most interesting? If you have any unusual pregnancy stories, share them with me in the comments. Talk to you soon. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone who may find it interesting. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.